Hey now, what's up everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I am here to review The Lion King. Yes, The Lion King is a Disney animated film that came out in the year 1994, and the plot is we're in the jungle, and we meet the king of the jungle, Mufasa. Mufasa is this lion who is very much the king. He's authoritative, he's big, imposing, but he's also a good lion. He's just had a son named Simba, and he's teaching his son the ropes and what it takes to survive and be a good king, until you see that Mufasa's brother, Scar, is plotting and scheming behind his back to kill them and take over as the king. So when he's pretty much successful, Simba runs off, runs away, until to one day come back and face his uncle, fights him to stop him from his tyranny. Now, what I think of The Lion King is, I love this movie. I do. I think it would be hard to find anybody who was a 90s kid, who grew up in the 90s and saw this and didn't like it. I try to find me somebody who feels that way. This movie, I used to watch this so many times on VHS as a kid. I loved it. Rewatching it now, it's been years, but rewatching it now, it brought back a lot of memories, a lot of feels. This movie does that. Let's talk about some of these characters. Like I said, Mufasa is the king. He is voiced by James Earl Jones. Yes, Darth Vader is Mufasa in this movie. And what a great character, Mufasa. I love the moments with him and his son at the very beginning. Not just the tender moments of him being nice to him, them playing around, but even the moment when Simba defies him and goes off to the hyena land, and Mufasa's pissed. Mufasa, like, when he scolds him, he's not playing around. He means business, and you get that fear that Simba has from having to face his father's punishment. Young Simba is voiced by Jonathan Taylor Thomas. I know, that was a name that you couldn't help but hear all the time in the 90s. I don't know what happened to him now. Quite frankly, I don't care. But it was interesting for me to look up and read that he was doing the voice. When Simba gets older, he is voiced by Matthew Broderick, which is also almost just as interesting. But Scar is the brother of Mufasa. You can tell by looking at Scar that he's evil. I mean, he looks completely different out of any other lion in this village, and he has like the black hair and just the evil look. He is voiced by Jeremy Irons, which is awesome. Great voice acting in this movie, and he's evil, man. The scene where it's the death of Mufasa, it's so emotional, it's so sad, it's so depressing to watch when the herd is running by and Simba gets caught in it and Mufasa runs towards him to save him, and he just barely saves him. And as he's climbing up the rock mountain and his brother's right there on top, Scar, and he claws his arms and throws him off, and just, not only was that sad to watch, but little Simba's reaction to seeing his dead father's body on the ground, and he's trying to move him, and he won't move, and he's crying. It's just like, oh, I'm so depressed right now. I can only imagine how I felt when I was a kid watching this, because right now, it's bringing some tears. I'm not going to lie. So that's when Simba runs off because Scar tells him to, and while he's away, he meets Timon and Pumbaa. Yes, Timon and Pumbaa are these two animals who are out there, and they kind of, sort of, in a lot of ways, raise Simba, or at least help him through this dark time. Hakuna Matata. yes, that means that everything will be okay, that you'll get through this, and that helped him a lot. And you like Timon and Pumbaa. Sure, this movie, it's a kid's movie, so there are the songs, there are some fun moments, there are nice moments, but with all of the sadness and depressing moments, dark moments that are here, you have to have two characters like this who can bring some fun, some levity, like the music. Obviously, Hakuna Matata is one of the funniest songs in the movie. The very beginning, the Circle of Life song, holy crap, that's how you start a movie with an impact. It's like, yeah, this is a kid's movie, but I'm sitting here watching it, and that intro with that song, I'm like, wow, this just feels different. It feels epic in a lot of ways, and I'm sure that's what helps this be a classic. And then, Can You Feel the Love Tonight? That's when the character Nala, who, when Simba was a cub, Nala was his best friend. Now that he's older, when they reconnect and meet back up, and they're playfully joking around in the woods, and in the moment where Simba is on top of her, and I know, this is animated, and she's a lion, but she looks pretty hot in that scene where it's like, okay, I get that he's about to fall in love with her right now. I do. I know, I can't believe I just said that. I creep myself out, but it's true. I can't deny it. And some of the other characters, we have Zazu, who is the bird who sort of was Simba's carekeeper and was supposed to take care of him. You have Rafiki, who's the baboon. Hilarious. He has some funny moments as well, because he's the spiritual monkey he somehow can sense things, see things, but just the scene that he has with Simba when he reconnects with him, not only is it funny, but it means a lot more, realizing that Rafiki is the one who rose him up at the beginning of the movie. Great image. And you have the hyenas. The hyenas, who are characters in and of themselves. I mean, sure, they're goofy and they're over the top, but they're also fucking hyenas, and they will eat you if they must. They do try. And they're, just two of them in particular, are voiced by Whoopi Goldberg and Cheech Marin. I know, but it's also very awesome. What more can I say about this film? The moment when Simba goes back and faces Scar one-on-one, and that confrontation is just so epic, so awesome. This movie was a huge hit for Disney. It made well over $900 million, close to $1 billion for an animated kids movie. That's amazing. I can't say much more than that. I can't praise this movie anymore. Clearly, I love The Lion King. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of The Lion King? Do you love it as much as I do? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!